The amphibia class of animals distinguished themselves back in the Devonian period, when fish with lungs and bony fins adapted to have their young born in the water with gills, and then moved to breathing air in adulthood. Question 1. Today, only 3 orders of amphibians are still alive, and around 88% of these amphibian species are in the order of frogs and toads. Name one of the other 2 kinds of amphibians. All right, Alec.
A non-frog or toad amphibian?
Yes.
A salamander.
Yes,
dang
that
it.
is.
That's what
that is
came into
one
my
of them.
mind. Is another
Alec-
one a turtle?
No, turtles are reptiles.
Dang.
I will
They
give
swim.
a point to if anybody can name the other kind.
Is it
It's lesser known.
Slugs.
Ooh,
No,
newt.
that's a kind of salamander.
Dang it.
We've been over
I believe we actually covered that.
I don't remember.
I think multiple times.
Platypuses. Platypi.
Ooh.
No,
Eels.
that's a mammal.
With legs.
Nope, that's.
Wait, what?
I don't even know
They're
what
not
a
mammals. Oh
eel
no, they're
is.
just the mammals
What?
with sacks. What are they called?
Eggs.
Pouches?
Marsupials.
Marsupials?
That's what I was thinking of.
They do lay eggs, though.
Marsupial. That's my Australian accent.
Salamanders or platypi?
Platypuses.
I can't think of it.
So Alec, you get a point for salamanders. So
Yes.
types of salamanders you named, like newt. That's a type of salamander. Axolotls.
Oh, I love
are a type of
axolotl.
salamander.
They're like one of my favorite animals.
Everybody loves a good axolotl.
Axolotl, what
And then
musical?
the other kind of amphibians is Sicilians, which are like
Company.
worm-like creatures. A company?
From Children of Eden.
Yeah, they're like worm-like creatures. I had never heard of them
Worms?
before. Worm-like creatures.
Wait, what is it?
They're like very Sicilian.
Mm.
Ooh. Is that like a
Cerulean?
slug?
Are they from Italy?
No, it's spelled Caecilian.
Oh, like
did
the-
not follow
like the
that, but I'll
Crayola
take your word
crayon.
for it.
Cachillian?
Cerulean?
It's a Crayolean.
I think you're It's chameleon.
Oh, yeah, chameleons.
Well, not really, because chameleons are
reptiles.
reptiles.
Dang it.
But
Marsupials.
anyway, we'll get more
I
into.
definitely thought there were way more amphibians than.
Yeah, that's
what you're
actually
saying.
weird.
It's a weird class of animals. I mean, it takes a lot, and we're gonna dive into that in a little bit.
Oh.
But question 2.
Sure.
Although true frogs, which had no tail and could jump, have been around since the early Jurassic epoch, they diversified into thousands of species rapidly after what event?
Sorry, after you said Jurassic Epoch, I did not listen to the rest of your question.
Do
All
you want me to
right.
read it again?
No, it's
Here,
okay.
I guess I'll go ahead and
Let
throw
them
it to
go.
Alec.
Let them go.
Alec,
Okay. So this was after Jurassic.
they've been
know
around since
anything.
the early Jurassic epoch. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that time.
I remember it fondly.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what popped into my head, and I don't think it's right. The Cambrian explosion.
No,
Ooh.
that came quite a bit before, I think.
That's why I thought it was
It's
right.
the
I know
Cambrian
very little.
explosion. Yeah,
I'm
Bryce?
thinking possibly the Renaissance, but instead I'm going to go just say the Ice Age, because that's a thing, right?
The Ice Age.
So you're going
That's a
with
good
the
answer.
Ice Age versus the Renaissance?
It's either the Ice Age or the Renaissance. Nothing
Yeah, but
happened in between
I'm going
those.
to go with the Ice Age, I think.
Nothing
the Ice
important
Age
happened
is,
between
is
those.
not correct. Dante, do you want me to read the
So-
question again?
No, I'm just gonna go off. It sounds like they're they're guessing like eras or like names for eras. So what, Alec? What did you say? The Cambrian explosion?
Well,
Yeah.
I specifically
I'm gonna
said
go
after
with-
what event?
I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
the
it
British
was an event.
invasion.
Of what?
The British invasion. Like when the
Beatles.
Beatles,
Oh, like
when the
the
Beatles and the
Beatles.
monkeys got big.
Oh my
And
god.
the frogs, they also got
Okay.
Closest wins. Closest wins.
Do I give it to the closest then?
Is that
Wait,
the Ice Age
let me
wins?
try again. Let me
Okay.
try again.
Okay, Alec, go ahead.
I don't know what the actual term for it is, but the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs,
Yeah, that's
the
it.
Yucatan one.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it?
that one. Yeah, it's that. It's
Look at you, so smart.
It's technically known as the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event, but it's the
Of
meteor
course.
impact that killed the dinosaurs. It was around 66 million years ago. And fun fact, nearly all tree frogs come from this time as forests recovered from the extinction event.
Or
Yeah.
they were on the meteor.
So
They're from space.
maybe. Well,
Ooh,
frogs have
that's
been
an idea.
around, and it's just like the meteor killed so many things that there's like a vacuum, and frogs filled the vacuum, right? Like they just diversified
They
and
said,
just went
"Now's our time."
everywhere. Yeah, they stepped up,
And then they hopped.
and then they hopped up.
I
Kings.
Yeah, yeah.
not gonna lie. So far, every time someone's mentioned frogs, I just keep getting the Alex Trebek. What are frogs?
Frogs.
That soundbite is going to be in this episode so many times.
Yeah.
What are frogs? Right. What are frogs?
All right. In the beginning, there were frogs. In the Bible, Exodus chapter 8, God sends a plague of frogs upon Egypt because the
Amazing.
Pharaoh refused to free the Hebrew people from slavery. Question 3. Some biblical scholars believe that using frogs was a challenge against the Egyptians' worship of the... Okay,
Sorry.
Dante.
No, sorry. That was an accident.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Oh,
Frog
no.
Sphinx. Say Frog Sphinx.
It's okay. I'm gonna say to give your firstborn son.
Passover.
No.
Dang it. Okay.
I'll finish
Good
reading.
guess. Good guess.
I'll finish
Good
reading the
guess.
question. Some
Good
biblical
answer.
scholars believe that using frogs was a challenge against the Egyptians' worship of the frog-headed goddess Heket. What was Heket the Egyptian goddess of?
Wow.
Bryce.
I have no clue. But I will guess the goddess of fertility.
Ooh,
That
thinking
is
along those
correct. Birth
What?
and fertility.
Dang.
Oh.
Because they used to
Right.
put frogs on pregnant ladies'
Yeah.
bellies. That's
Yeah.
why I was
What?
thinking that.
Is that
I didn't
real?
know that, but I'm just gonna say yeah, like I did.
Yeah.
No, that was like a old remedy in like medieval times, as they would put like a frog on a pregnant woman's
For
belly
what?
to help
Fix
to help
her
it.
To help.
pregnancy? What is remedy for what?
Well,
for
not
pregnancy.
remedy, but you know, it's like what old timey doctors would do.
You know,
Okay.
it's to help
Yeah.
with their pregnancy.
Sure.
They help it. They help it. It helps.
Okay.
Fun fact, the original count in the Bible did not use the Hebrew word for frog because they didn't know what frogs were. So instead,
They're
they used the
aliens.
equivalent of the word croaker, which we now know to be frogs.
Wait, is croaker
So
a word?
They had a word for
They had
croaker?
a word for croaker.
I feel like
Like the
croak.
groceries?
In what?
like frogs croak.
I feel like croaking
so they had a word
is
for
a
croak
verb
or-
designed
for
for
dying.
frogs.
No, because like people,
Oh,
when
to
you
croak.
croak, you die.
You die.
Yeah.
Now we're back to idioms. It's all idioms.
How do we
It's
know
all
that
idioms.
what was in the Bible was actually frogs then? Maybe it was something else that croaked.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
Maybe they
What
were
else croaks?
marsupials.
Is this a
What else
conspiracy
croaks?
that they
Totally.
Name
were
another
actually frogs?
croaking.
Croak.
Can
old,
humans
old
croak
people?
besides
Yeah.
dying?
You ever
Would it
talk
be
to like a curmudgeonly old man and they're like, nah.
It was a plague
know?
of old people.
Yeah. It's like
I
it's
think
like you
that's
know when
more-
like a
yeah.
like a grandfather like goes to sit down in a recliner, you know, it's like and it's a long way.
Yeah.
He's like, it's
Yeah,
a croak.
God sent a bunch of grandfathers sitting down as a plague. It
Man, they took over and went,
was so annoying.
all right, Bryce definitely gets the point for that. Good job.
Job, Bryce.
Question 4, and this has multiple choice. However, if you get it, you get double points. All right.
What do you,
Wait,
what do you
hold
mean?
on. If you get it before
Actually,
the
not this
options-
one.
So hard.
Later
that
on,
it's
there
double
will
points.
be one that you get double
Oh,
points.
without
for,
the choices.
But this one actually has keep that in mind for later on. But this one has like actual choices that you have to choose from. But it is multiple choice, so don't buzz in too early.
I think we understand there are
Can you
choices.
explain
Wait.
the premise of multiple choice?
So there's more than one
So,
choice.
wait, this one. So this one.
So you don't need to
Which
really
means-
pull it out of thin
Which
air
is for
because I'm going to
choices.
give you ideas for what the answer might be. Anyway, as adults, frogs are pretty cool. But before metamorphosing, frogs first start out as tadpoles, where they live in aquatic environments and breathe through gills. But frogs are very vulnerable at this stage. Which of the following is not a real example of how frogs survive through being tadpoles? A. Cuban tree frog tadpoles have been observed to cannibalistically eat the legs of other tadpoles that metamorphose sooner. B. Female Suriname toads embed their eggs under their backskin until they are safely developed. C. Guzhou lazy toad tadpoles are so incredibly poisonous that there is no known minimum non-lethal dose. Or D. Male Darwin frogs ingest developing embryos and allow them to develop in their vocal sac before coughing them up again. Bryce.
So the only one to me, from an evolutionary standpoint, that wouldn't make sense is A, because why would you want to harm the other tadpoles? So I'm gonna go with A, the eating the legs.
That is not the answer.
Ooh. I also thought it was A because that's the only one that sounds like you could have maybe made it up. But I'll say the coughing up one. I think that was D.
D. Male Darwin frogs ingest developing embryos and allow them to develop in their vocal sac before coughing them up is true.
Wait.
That is that is an example. We're trying to find.
That's not the answer.
Okay.
Not the
Correct.
answer. Not correct. Because it's true.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Just say you're wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm really getting the hang of these multiple choice
Just,
questions.
just croak. Instead of doing the buzzer for the wrong answer noise, you just croak.
So
like
are
an
there
old
more
man.
options or?
No, Dante's got to.
Yeah, hang on.
I'm just
you're
confused by
saying for the multiple choice,
concept
yeah.
of multiple choice.
Wait, so that's
I'm gonna
not
go...
it?
Wait, what was the one? Not the one, the eggs in the back. What was the other one? Poison.
Yes,
Poison.
they're
Right.
poisonous.
I'm gonna go
that-
eggs in the back.
Eggs in the
I
back.
got the eggs.
Female Suriname toads embed their eggs under their backskin until they are safely developed. That is also not the answer.
No.
The answer was C.
Hold on. I do it.
Oh, were you
could've let
wanting
me-
to
I was
buzz
next.
back in?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I think
I gave it away. I'm sorry.
That sounds so true though because there's poisonous frogs.
Well, Guzhou lazy toad tadpoles are actually incredibly delicious as they are collected for human consumption in China.
So
However,
hold on though.
They
Doesn't
are
mean they're not
also
poisonous,
incredibly on the threatened species list.
But
Oh,
does
'cause they're
that
so tasty.
are there other tadpoles that are as poisonous as what you described, or is it this specific type of tadpole?
Maybe.
I mean, he did say the actual name of the tadpole.
I said which of the
so-
following
Yeah,
is
but
not a
that's
real
kind of
example.
misleading.
I bet there's some poisonous ones out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend going and eating tadpoles. So
Have you
Unless
ever
they're
had- have you ever had
Guzhou
frog?
ones.
Have you ever had frog legs?
This is
No.
what Big Frog wants us to know.
Frog.
Senior frogs?
I would love to see one large frog.
yeah, but Guzhou lazy toad tadpoles are on the threatened species list specifically because they are often eaten in China. So
Mm.
try not to eat them to make the problem worse and make the
Yeah.
problem worse. So
Would you rather fight one bull-sized frog or 20 frog-sized bulls?
I would rather
20 frog-sized bulls. That's pretty
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
I don't know,
Anything
but
And they like
frog-sized.
poke ya. They've got horns.
frogs can
anytime
get
you
pretty
make-
big.
Anytime you make a smaller animal larger in these, I'm always just imagining they're already good about protecting themselves as a small animal. So when they're large, like
That's
I just
true.
don't know what you're gonna
Yeah,
do.
how are you gonna fight? Like, even if you land a punch on a frog, that's not
Like it could, what it does to flies, it would do to humans.
That's true. I
Ooh.
get got
Oh, it
right
would-
up, dude.
Oh, the tongue. I forgot about the tongue.
Oh boy.
All right. Case closed.